Hey guys, what is up? Welcome to Fly Like an Eagle podcast. I'm here with my guys, Joe Marks, James Scorza from Patterson App Sports Show. How you guys doing, man? We got a big one today revolving around AJ Brown again.
Mm.
The drama never stops with AJ.
It never does. It never does. How you doing, James?
Good, man. Doing pretty good, man. Holding up. Obviously, we gotta talk about the big elephant in the room again with the AJ Brown situation here. But it's kind of like
Yeah.
since we were talking about WIP, there was an old saying that they used to say before they close out their promos. It was called "drama guaranteed," and that's exactly what it is. Drama is definitely guaranteed once again with this AJ Brown thing. But hope all's well with you guys.
I'll give credit to Terrell Owens. At least he had drama, did sit-ups on the driveway, and then was like, "I'm out, deuces, deuces,
Yeah.
I'm out."
He was there. James was there for that.
Uh-huh.
I have the autograph to prove it. I have the autograph to prove it.
we have suspicions that James was the reason why Terrell Owens was the
Apparently,
one.
I'm Eddie the Mush.
Yeah. And James, your dad comes in and goes, the drama never stops with sports media talking about AJ. It never does. It never does.
It's a dead time right now, too. That's the thing, too, man.
It is. It is.
Dead
But
time.
before that, Landon Dickerson. I mean, yeah, he's coming back.
Yeah, that's good.
But yeah, I kind of knew that was going to happen. Joe, did you? Like, we already talked about this with Lane Johnson, but now Landon Dickerson is back.
No, it helps because it shores up that offensive line, and I'm just hoping Landon's coming in healthy. Like, I think a healthy Landon is one of the best guards in the NFL. I honestly do. I think that, and that's what we need. I think we have two top-tier tackles in Lane Johnson and Mailata. I think when Landon is healthy, he's one of the top-tier guards in the NFL, and Jurgens is mid-tier, but he's serviceable. And then Steen, he's less than serviceable.
He's the right guard now. Nick Sirianni came out and said he's starting Tyler Steen.
We'll see.
Well, you're like,
but free agency hasn't started yet. We'll see.
Yeah. Also, I heard words about Mekhi Becton might like that could be a possibility too. Hopefully. The other thing too is that since he's got a year under the wraps, he'll be better the second time around than the first time around.
Yep. Now, James, Landon Dickerson. What do you think about him coming back?
I think it's a good move. I think it's probably obviously that was a little bit worrying. It worried me a little bit when I heard the news about Stellan retiring, and I heard about him possibly retiring too, or stepping down. I'm sorry, but yeah, I mean. Yeah, the Landon Dickerson move actually makes a lot of sense here. Obviously, him for coming back. I think the reason why he probably did come back is because like Lane Johnson said, "I'm coming back for my 14th year," and Lane is like, "Oh, I was just tricking with you guys. I'm coming back too." But hopefully, the thing that makes it more better is that hopefully this team goes back to the same routine as they were back at 22, again at 24 when they won that Super Bowl. So obviously for me, I think it's a very good move for them to bring back Landon Dickerson. I think it's a very solid move for that offensive line to get more. I mean, on the left side, I mean, that has to be the big key here more than anything coming into this season is that you got Mailata and Landon Dickerson. And if say for example, Dickerson did retire, like what do we do with that left guard position? Like, do we bring in Mekhi Becton for right guard? I mean, I'm still having the idea that Mekhi Becton will make a return to Philadelphia, but who knows, right? But but at the same time too, I mean, yeah, I think it's fair enough that I'm glad Landon Dickerson's coming back, and I think the reason why he probably wanted to retire because of that aggravating look. The back, you never want to joke about that. I deal with back pain every once in a blue moon, and especially let alone with foot injuries and knees and all that stuff. You name it. But. Yeah, I mean, I'm glad he's going to come back. I think it'll be good to know that he'll be back to where hopefully he'll be back to where he was in that Super Bowl year in 2024. So it's a good move, I'm going to admit.
I like it to an extent because you got to get the offensive line back. We're low on depth, and it's good to have another leader in Dickerson there next to Lane Johnson. But for me, it's like his medical retirement. He was talking about taking it. We could have the same conversation next offseason.
We should.
about Landon Dickerson. So this is something I got to put in the back of my head.
So
Joe,
This-
Joe, you agree with that?
This is where I would go with that. There's been, if you go back to, I think it was the firefighter we had on this team, offensive lineman.
dude.
Yeah.
But he was decent. But the problem was he dealt with injuries,
Mhm.
and that was the problem that held his career back. Now Landon, the thing that Landon can rest his helmet on and say, "Okay, I've done this," is he's won a Super Bowl. So,
Mhm.
like
Yeah.
a lot of these guys, like once you win that Super Bowl, you start to contemplate, okay, can I put my body through this? You know, Jason Kelsey went on the record a couple different times and said the only reason why he didn't come back wasn't because, oh, well, you know, I don't got any more left in the tank.
Mhm.
It's not that. He felt like he still had some left in the tank. It's the rigor that offensive linemen have to go through just to get ready for the season. Like
Right.
those guys are the Goliaths. You know, except when you're thinking about the defensive and offensive line, those are the Goliaths of the team. Everybody else is just a athletic, skinny dude. Like that's in comparison. Like that's the difference. And so with these bigger bodies, these Goliaths, they take a toll. It absolutely takes a toll. As a more beefier man myself, I can tell you that sometimes when you're dealing with aches and pains, you question whether you could still do certain things the way that you once did. And it makes you contemplate certain things. And so I can understand Landon still being on that bubble, and he will always be on that bubble. Understand, if he gets another severe injury this season, and God willing he doesn't, but if he gets one, it could be the thing that pushes his decision making over the edge next offseason.
Sure.
hmm
Absolutely.
James, you want to read what your dad had to say?
Yeah, so basically he says that I think having a long offseason now lets those offensive linemen heal up completely like they
Mhm.
did back in 2024, and they played more games than any other team in the NFL, which is very valid, and it had a short turnaround after winning that Super Bowl. So they never. I guess the other thing that my dad says here too, that he makes a perfect point here, is that I think that the reason why they had the setback that they did is because they never had a full on like break after that Super Bowl. Because mind you, too, 2024, we're playing the first game in Brazil.
Yeah.
And we took that all the way to the Super Bowl. Like talking about Brazil and the Bayou in a matter of like 6 months. It's kind of like a full on like a rock concert tour. You know, you're going to Brazil, then you're going to like Finland, and you're going like everywhere else. Kind of like the Eagles were just doing a rock and roll tour, but not a tour around the country. But most important thing too, that I do agree with that, is that it actually took some fatigue away from their game this season. And obviously those close games were close to the vest. Obviously it wasn't like 2023, but at the same time too, they never fully rested like after winning that Super Bowl. So it's just like celebrating all they wanted, and then the next thing you know, it was August and it whizzed by, and it was just like, wow, like another football season is right around the corner.
Well, bear in mind something, and I'm not one to just poke fun at the natural trend of things. 2021, the Eagles got knocked out in the first round.
Right.
2022, they have more time off in the offseason. They recoup and they get themselves ready for and get to the Super Bowl. 2023, they come in, they get eliminated in the first round.
Right.
Again, they have a longer offseason.
Yep.
No, it didn't help. I agree with you, James. It didn't help that the NFL screwed them by putting them in Brazil the first game. But, you know, they handled it, and they took that all the way to the Super Bowl. This year, we went and got eliminated in the first round. As long as they don't send us to Brazil in the first game, I'm okay with it. Like, don't send us to Germany or Brazil. Like, save that for everybody else. Give it to the other teams. We don't need it. But if the trends hold up, could the Eagles be heading back to the Super Bowl? I'm not saying winning. I said heading back. Heading back to the Super Bowl. That's where the trend is going. First round knockout, Super Bowl appearance. First round knockout, Super Bowl appearance. First round knockout, Super
Whatever
Bowl.
they're doing something right, you know.
It's every other season. It's like the Aaron Nola thing. Is like Aaron Nola is good every other season. It's like, okay, dude, just put 2 seasons together.
Yeah, right. Well, it's funny because like you talk about it before. It feels like it feels like they don't do good with the odd years, but they do very well with the even years, like the 20, the 24, 22, like even Steven, like kind of like
Good thing we're coming up on the even year.
yeah,
Good
the
thing.
bicentennial year too. Gonna be
Yes.
that makes it even better.
Yeah. So I actually haven't even thought about the off season and
Nah,
just
me
like
neither.
how long it like matters, like how long the rest is for these Eagles, because
Mhm.
I forgot like the Super Bowl you celebrate and then you're right back to work.
Right?
So it's just like Landon Dickerson, these guys, they had some wear and tears, rough times, and now they just like the first off season where they were able to relax, recuperate, and now Landon Dickerson is like, I'm ready to come back. He's ready.
Yeah.
So
I,
hey,
I I envision Lane and Landon being like doing something for Fat Tuesday and both be drinking at the bar together. So you coming back, dude? Yeah. All right, I guess I'll come back too.
Yeah.
yep, So
That's what it comes down to.
we actually have to look at something here.
Hmm.
So according to EJ Smith on Twitter, he's an Eagles beat reporter for PHLY Sports.
Love
He's a
EJ.
Temple Lime and everything, but he was like, here's how the Eagles graded out in the NFLPA report card reported by Kalen Kaller, who is a senior NFL writer for ESPN.
Mm.
So here are the grades for each one. So the first one is the treatment of families. The Eagles get a C plus.
Mm.
The home game field A. Food dining area A. Nutritionist and dietitian B plus. Locker room. This makes a lot of sense. D. Obviously.
Mm.
Training room. This one's funny. Training room B minus, and then you get training staff A.
Then
So-
which one is it?
How does that make any sense?
I don't get that.
Training
get
room
that,
B
man.
minus. So you're
So we
saying
average
have
it out to a B? Like what do we do here? Do we average?
Mike-
I'm a teacher, so
Yeah.
I'm trying to do quick averages here. B minus, A kind of averages to like a B, B plus. Like what are we doing?
Well, I could go back to my Numa Goretti days. There was a teacher that wouldn't fail us, but he would just give us a 70. It was my PE teacher. I think it was.
Oh, I know that person.
Yeah, you know better than I do, Joe.
Yeah, I know that person.
So you're saying we have a great staff, but they suck at their job.
Yes, I mean,
So
Well, I guess that's a way of putting it. Sure.
yeah.
if
Alright,
that helps
Wait,
you.
weight room A minus.
All right.
Strength coaches A minus.
Okay.
Position
that's
coaches
consistent.
Position coaches A minus. Offensive coordinator C plus.
Hmm.
Defensive coordinator A plus.
Okay.
Special team coordinators A. Team travel F. Head coach gets an A.
I'm sorry.
General manager gets a B.
What?
Team ownership B.
Oh God.
So
I think somebody's been running.
Hey, Gabe.
Yeah,
Nick
are you sure
Sirianni-
you read that last couple right?
James,
Owner and GM both get B's, and the coach gets an
James,
A.
you see that right? James, general
I
manager B. Team
Don't-
ownership B. You see that right? I'm not. I can.
he's not bullshit. He's not BS, dude. It's the truth. It's
Holy
GM
hell. Well,
GM
then,
a B,
then
team
whoever wrote
ownership a
this,
B.
then whoever wrote this article is blinder than I am. So and that's saying something. And I'm going to say,
I was
damn
trying
it,
not to say anything.
no, it's fine. It's fine. I'm saying
Oh my
it. That
God.
person's blinder than I am because there's not a chance in hell, like that. Nick Sirianni. This is going to make me go blow my gasket right now.
Oh God.
Like A and A. Does it get an A for effort? Like or A for attendance? Like what are we doing here? Like participation? Sure. He showed
I guess
up
it's a
to every game.
participation. I
Yeah.
don't know, man.
I mean, he showed up to every game.
I don't
Give
know,
him an
dude.
A.
I don't know, man. I really don't
Like
know.
no one firebombed his house like they did kind of like with the eggs with
Mind you, too. My dad just brought out perfectly here. it's the players like talking about this. Not it doesn't come from like on the outside looking at it. It's actually like team friendly, more like player friendly.
So who's Nick Sirianni paying off?
Yeah.
Who's so what players is Nick Sirianni paying off? I mean, I gotta wonder because okay,
I guess the players. Here's the thing, man. I mean,
maybe it's like this. Maybe it's that we've all been in school like this, and we've all had a teacher like this.
yeah.
What if it's the teacher that you go to their class, and you could sit there and you could goof off, you could play with your friends, you could whatever, and they'll still give you an A, right?
Oh,
And you're like, I love that teacher, man. He just gives me an easy A. I love that teacher. He gets an A in my book. He gets an A because he gave you an A for just being a goof off.
Yep.
What if players look at Nick Sirianni that way? Like, I could goof off, and he lets me get away with it. So, yeah, I'm going to vote for him as an A. I rate him an A.
And James, your dad brings up another good point. Maybe the training room facility isn't that good, but the people are.
Could be.
No player ever said anything bad about Nick. Not even the ones he cut.
I said that's saying something about Novacare.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
either way, the Eagles are taking an L. It's either you're good at your job, but you're not doing a good job.
Okay.
And then your equipment is not that good. So either way, the Eagles are taking an L.
Well, the thing.
Mitch, I gotta hear from you because I'm gonna blow a gasket. I'm not going to because you deserve to do this. Okay. You're reading it. It says A next to Nick Sirianni. A
head
next
coach,
to the
head coach, yes.
Next to the coach, you call the cheerleader. Next to the guy, you put pom poms on in a generated image. Now, I want to give you the floor. I want your thoughts.
James, right here.
On an A.
You see this, right?
Yes,
James,
I do. I do see.
Okay. I'm just saying.
We're not hallucinating. Believe me. We are not.
I just don't know. Maybe I have to agree with the.
I think
I'm
it's
not
probably
a fan of him. I am not a fan of Nick Sirianni.
If it's player friendly, then I would understand probably.
But this is from the NFLPA report card, the National Football League Players Association.
Yeah, there we go.
I get it. But like, I'm just okay. All right.
They like him doesn't mean I do.
They like, yeah.
They don't like me. I don't care.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, he got us to a Super Bowl. I mean, I'm not pro Nick. I'm not pro Nick or anti Nick. I'm just pro common sense. I always say that all the time with trolls and shit. But yeah, I mean that's what it comes down to. I mean, if the players like him, that's all that matters. I mean, you can't argue with the players. I mean, this is probably Jalen saying it, maybe Saquon saying it. Who knows? Probably AJ. Probably who knows AJ would say.
I was going to say that. I was going to say after everything that happened with AJ, do you think he still likes Sirianni?
I don't know, dude. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I don't know.
I was going to ask you guys that.
No,
it's from all over the league. Oh, it's from all over the league. It's not just the Eagles. It's like the whole.
It's all over the league.
It's all over the league.
Yeah.
I mean, here's my thing: is if AJ still likes Nick, okay, fine. I understand, but why does he still like Nick? Again, I go back to: does he like Nick because Nick lets him do all these antics and does nothing to probate him in, probe him in? Like, here's the thing: if you do something wrong, shouldn't you have repercussions? Like, if you talk back to your parents when we were kids, didn't we get punished? Like, this is a guy that yells at his coach. This is a guy that criticizes an organization that he's in, but yet on one hand criticizes it, and on the other hand says, I love my coach. All right, well, make your mind up, dude. Like, pick a side. You're starting to sound like some of these talking heads on the sports talk.
Well, here's the thing about it, too. I guess we could talk about this now with the AJ situation, but
Yep.
Okay.
Go for it.
I mean, I actually have to get my due diligence here with AJ with the circumstance that happened when he talked with that video that he surfaced over the week about his mental health. That's what I was gonna text you that stuff too. I was gonna say, that was the one thing I was really curious to know, like why AJ was feeling like this, and I was thinking that was probably like a
Actually,
mental
I
health
have the
thing.
clip right here.
Yeah,
I
I mean
I
it's a
got the
long
clip.
video. It's a long video, like 9 minutes. So obviously we won't go
No,
get
he
to it.
put it on his. It was on his Instagram reel. How long is it? I don't think it is.
Oh, okay.
Let's
Here
see.
you go.
A great Monday. I want to get on here and chat really quick. I won't take too much of your time, man. I just want to kind of spread some awareness around mental health. It's been a tough past year, tough week for the NFL community. We're a brotherhood, regardless of whatever team we play for. I just want to come shed some light on it, really.
So, if you guys didn't know, he's talking about that wide receiver, Rondale Moore, who passed away over the last weekend.
So dark.
Yeah,
So dark.
yeah. Our prayers go out to the family and friends who was ever close to Rondale Moore. I'm just gonna throw that out there right now. This
Yeah.
is the clip that AJ put out. What's about mental health, and it was just about everything there. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm glad AJ actually spoke on it though. But yeah,
it's a scary world we live in nowadays. Obviously, I got mass majority of my friends that I are associated with now. I basically, believe it or not, there was another thing about that this week that a good friend of mine talked about empathy. He was talking about that. His name was Freddie. Great guy I know for a while now, going back to when my Aunt Angel got sick. He was talking about that we need more empathy and let's be simple. Well, actually, I don't know if it was more that he wants that we want me. I mean, obviously, it was more about empathy than simplematic, but at the same time, too, here, that coming from a guy that I had some real doubts about, obviously, when he was talking about those tweets, and also trying to think about like why is he saying this kind of stuff here. And I actually feel like I felt like I dropped the gun too soon on that AJ Brown. I was done with AJ Brown because it was the heat of the moment. I think it was more that I was pissed about how he was playing, and I think it was more that I was more pissed off that he wasn't like just looked like he wasn't interested in the Eagles anymore, and I thought we were going to have another TO situation here, but then I saw this video. I only watched maybe a couple minutes of it, like we just showed right now. Coming from a guy that has been dealing with mental health for 10 years now, hard to believe. I have to say is that support is very, very important. Like the support you have with your teammates, with your family, with your friends, that's most important. Because obviously, if you don't have any of those things, it could really turn into a real bad situation. Like hard to believe with Orlando over the weekend that happened tragically. Not saying it could happen. I mean, obviously, I don't wish anything. I feel really bad for that because it's just that somebody dealing with those kinds of things and just like trying to get treatment and trying to get back to their normal life. And obviously there is hope. One day there will be hope one day that like mental health will I mean I say this a lot too, that mental health is undebatable. There's no debate whatsoever. It's either that somehow in some way, I think AJ Brown made me realize, I gotta look myself in the mirror and also look. I mean, hopefully, I looked everybody who was really doubting AJ Brown, like look themselves in the mirror and said, "Yeah, I go through a lot of good days and bad days." And good to see you again, Cool Cat. How you doing, buddy? But most importantly, I just want to say to AJ Brown is that we're by your side. We're there for your obviously. It made me realize that mental health is admitting you have a problem makes you stronger than you ever do. But at the same time, too, is that with AJ, I think the other thing, too, is that we don't know how grateful we are that we have this guy by our side and how great of a receiver that we have. And it makes me realize that there is hope. Like one day that we can finally treat this. And the last thing I'll say is that to Rondell and his family, my sincere condolences go out to the family, and it's a really tragic thing that happened. But hopefully there will be better days ahead for, and especially there has to be better days because right now it's really bad right now, and we don't want to. I don't want to. I'd rather be like, in the words my friend Freddie would say, I'd rather be empathetic than anything else. But we definitely need more empathy in this world, and it's tragically missing in today's society. So you guys have the floor.
All right.
That's all I just say
Joe,
about that.
yeah, Joe, you can go next.
So this caught me off guard a little. So I'm going to take my sports hat off for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not wearing a hat.
So I did not know about Rondé Moore. I still don't. I didn't hear about it. So I'm my condolences.
Yeah, it was Saturday, I think.
Last Saturday, yeah.
Yeah, Saturday. Yeah. Last Saturday.
My
Joe.
condolences out to him, to his family, and everybody that's involved, because it's
Mhm.
not
Yeah.
just the immediate family. It's everybody that
The supportive
knew
guest.
him. That knew him. Me and James, we've talked about it openly. We both deal with mental wellness issues, and
Mhm.
we both struggle with some bouts of different circumstances. And
Mhm.
I'll say this about AJ and James. Me and you had talked about it. I
Oh, yeah.
believe a couple months ago. Like,
Mhm.
when things first started to surface with AJ, we were like, "Is
What's
this
going on?
mental? Is this mental
Yeah.
health related?" Like,
Mhm.
because I guess when you deal with it, you can see it. Like,
Yes.
it's easier
Yes.
for you to see it from other people's perspectives.
Mhm.
When you bring up empathy, I think sometimes empathy is difficult for people to give,
Mhm.
especially when you look at a professional. But
Yeah.
they're human. And look, the one thing I will say, and neither of you guys could correct me if I'm wrong, but
Mhm.
in Philadelphia, which is a major market, in Philadelphia, the biggest sports team is the Philadelphia Eagles. Within that
Right.
sports team, the hierarchy of players and pressure goes quarterback, QB1, receiver 1, running back, and then you could pick anybody in the defense. But that
Mhm.
receiver 1, who AJ is, there's a lot of pressure on him to succeed.
Yep.
There's a lot of expectation for him. Look, if Saquon came over here from the Giants and ran, instead of for 2,000 yards, only ran for 800, there'd be a lot of pressure on Saquon that he, didn't live up to his standard, or the standard we expected from him. And a lot of people will say, well, you know what, AJ, suck it up. You get paid a lot of money.
Right.
And this is what I have to say to that. Money can't make things in your world that are permanent. Mental health, other disabilities, money can help in some regards, but it can't take it away.
Mhm.
You can only live your life, live your truth in the ways that make you feel more comfortable. And anyone else who can't accept that needs to get out of the way.
Absolutely.
And the part of this that AJ needs to understand is that the people that understand what he might be going through are going to give him that empathy.
Mhm.
But everyone else who doesn't, they just need to get out of the way. Like,
Absolutely.
that's who he is. He is a person that is
He's
trying to
human.
soldier on. Right. But here's the thing. When you're dealing with a lot of pressure,
Mhm.
sometimes you don't know how to diffuse it. You don't know how to vent it out. Me, you, James, Mitch, we all come on here and we vent, and
Mhm.
we take our problems of the day and we put them aside, and we sit here for an hour and we talk Philadelphia Eagles sports.
Right.
That's a difference, is that we can show empathy for what we see because we can put our stuff aside and understand this is where we need to lock in. AJ needs to understand we got your back, but you got to want your own back too. You got to be able to do the work to sit there and go, I'm going to stand tall. You guys give me empathy. I'm going to stand tall. I'm going to run through all those people that doubt me and that still doubt me. Allen Iverson may never have been and never will be probably diagnosed with mental health issues, but that's a guy from the very gate was doubted in his stature, in his size, and everything. And this is a guy who just said, you know what? If you doubt me, fine, just get out of my way. Because I'm just going to drive myself to success. AJ can do that. Now, saying that and having the support to believe in that are very different. I want to give mental health awareness to everyone. If you feel like you are in complete despair, call someone, talk to someone.
Right.
It's not, Pierre Robert used to say it's a permanent solution to a temporary problem. And it hit the nail right on the head for me when I heard that.
Yeah. Well, I'll say this right now, and I'll quote one more guy. That's a Philadelphia. That's actually a Westchester staple in the Pennsylvania area. His name is Brandon Novak. Would say, "Tough times don't last, but tough people do," and hopefully, people will come out of it with, hopefully, this AJ thing. He comes out next year and says, that they didn't think I was good enough. They thought I was a diva. This, that, and all that. Show me that you have the best season of football. Go out there and prove those doubters wrong. That's the one thing I love about stories like this, is because for once I was doubted. I was saying to those people saying, like, you're not good enough and you'll never make it. Look,
tell me I'm wrong, guys, but for a guy like AJ to kind of put his heart out there, right, and pull back the curtain and show us how real he is.
Sure.
Not many cities would give a damn. This city will.
Yeah.
Because when you show us who you are, we support that.
Look at Brian Dawkins, man. Brian Dawkins was just, we didn't know for years he was diagnosed with mental health, and he got into the rock and roll, the NFL Hall of Fame. Excuse me.
The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Oh.
Well, obviously, don't get me started with that stuff. Oh my God.
You're good.
No, but I'm just kidding. No. But when Brian Dawkins came out and admitted that he had a real situation that he was dealing with, made me look myself in the mirror and says, wow, the greatest ego that I ever grew up with has the same level of chemical imbalance that I had. And it's like, wow, makes you think about.
I'll be honest, James, the reason why we didn't know, it's the same thing. My dad suffered with panic attacks, but never really got diagnosed.
Yeah.
It's that generation. And I'm not blaming anybody. It's just a generation that didn't say anything. This generation that we live in now, we want to talk about it. We want to open up awareness. We want to keep that door open so everybody can understand. That's the difference.
Yeah, and the difference is that it makes me feel good about people that like admit they have a problem, is because they're not, because admitting you have a problem is never a bad thing. I mean, admitting you have a serious problem that you can't fix by yourself, the one thing you can just do is ask for help. And I'm glad AJ's asking for help. I'm glad Brian Dawkins asked for the help when he was needed, even me and you, Joe, and even for you, Mitch, too. That, I mean, there's days that are good days and bad, but we still keep pushing forward. It's like Rocky would say, it ain't how hard you get hit, it's how hard you get hit and keep moving forward. And that's the most important thing, is that we are tough. I mean, Philadelphia is a tough even sports. We're a tough sports town, and we are tough when it comes to real situations like this. And I will be honored to say that AJ Brown, hopefully next year when the time calls for it, comes out and proves those doubters wrong again and brings us another Lombardi.
All right. So this whole episode is basically revolved around AJ Brown, and Nick Sirianni had a press conference the other day right before the combine, and then he was asked about the AJ Brown if he will be traded or back with the Eagles, and then he said, and I quote, "Can't guarantee." He can't guarantee that AJ Brown will be back with the Eagles this season. Are you guys worried about that, or is it just like Nick Sirianni not being honest? It's just like, look, we're not going to say anything. How do you guys feel
No,
about that?
no,
Uh,
no, because Howie said on Wednesday that we're not trading AJ for the sake of trading AJ.
mhm.
Like, we're not trading a good player just for the sake of trading a good player.
Mm-hmm.
And, he's basically saying, unless someone comes with a king's ransom, we're not giving him up. And I think that's the difference between a general manager that only gets a B plus and a head coach that gets an A. Like, that's the difference, is that the guy that really holds the reins in this franchise, in this organization, is Howie Roseman. I think Nick Sirianni is just the puppet. And when the puppet speaks and he speaks out of turn, I wait for the puppet master to sit down and actually say what is really going on. I listen to Howie more than I do Nick.
Well, here's the thing about it too is that I've been hearing about it all week, obviously, with the AJ trade rumors and this, that, and the other. And I'm thinking, like, okay, if you trade AJ Brown sometime before June 1st, right? Who are you going to get back in return? What's like in it for us that Howie Roseman will pick up the phone and say, yeah, I'll trade you AJ Brown for X, Y, and Z? Is it Max Crosby? Is it Kayshon Boutte, the wide receiver for the Patriots? I mean, they're not going to give him away for like less than nothing. It isn't Ben Simmons here, you know.
That's the thing. Unless they get a phone call for Max Crosby or
Right.
Boutte or something to that effect, that's the only way. That's the only way that Howie sees it as a king's ransom.
Right.
But if they call saying, "Hey, after June 1st, hey, we'll give you a first and a third," well, what does that do for me? What does that do for me now? Like, what does that do for me this year? Like, I have one less good receiver, and I got to wait a whole pretty much another year to utilize that.
Right.
Like, it's not the same thing, and
it's not.
This is one of the reasons why I say there's pressure, because there's the pressure that AJ Brown feels is not the same pressure that Darius Cooper feels.
Sure.
Like, Darius Cooper is the third, fourth wide receiver on this roster. AJ Brown is the number one receiver on this roster.
Right.
There's a reason why that can feel overwhelming, because you got people talking. Now, look, you also have, and we've done it, but you have these people that like, oh, I guess AJ's not happy. I guess they're going to trade him. And it's like, hold on. What logic does that make?
Doesn't make that much sense, gonna admit.
Unless you're getting a king's ransom. That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
Like, unless you're offering me the world, the sun, the moon, and the stars, I do not care. And Frank Finnegan has said that in the past. It's like, unless, and for any sport, if you give me the sun, the moon, and the stars for my athlete, my star athlete, then yeah, I'm going to talk to you. Do I execute it? No. I mean, we look at it back a couple years ago when Maxey was proposed in a trade for Damian Lillard.
Right.
Okay. Damian Lillard's good, but like, are we giving up on Maxey this soon?
Yeah.
And some people would be like, well, they're giving us the sun, the moon, and the stars. It's Dame Lillard. And they're like, yeah, but look at what you have versus what you could get.
I'll go one step further, Joe. It's like trading away Edgecombe for Giannis. Same thing. Same kind of feel. Same kind of feel. Yeah.
It's like you is getting Giannis the sun, the moon, and the stars? Yes.
Right.
Absolutely. He's a former MVP, former NBA champion, of course. Like, him compared to Edgecombe, it's a no-brainer as far as get your get back. But but that's a short-sighted way of looking at it. Right. You're getting the sun and the moon and stars right then and there. Now with AJ Brown, the Sun and the Moon and Stars is a Max Crosby. The Sun and the Moon and Stars is someone to that, like a Myles Garrett, like
Sure.
something that's going to put more emphasis on something else, but keep our strength of our team just as strong.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, and my dad
I-
brings up a valid point here about the Howie Roseman thing about Dave Dabrowski. So he says, who basically Howie Roseman is not Dave Dabrowski, obviously. So he says who completely screwed up the Castellanos deal. Don't forget that 46+ million dead cap hit, and needs to balance that to return to get another with the cap hit. So like trading him will be like $1 million to 1 at this point. I mean,
And
like,
you could use that $46 million to pay someone like Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis, Nolan
Right.
Smith, Nakobe Dean, stuff like that. Like, do you really want to take that on?
absolutely.
We're going to talk about Nakobe Dean after this whole thing with AJ Brown. But for me with
Yeah, I hate to
AJ, I
say
was
it.
out to dinner last night with our good friend Mark,
Mm.
Mark Baker. He's actually a part of the Hardcore Sports Network. He has his own podcast, that's Solution Breakdown. Go check it out on Hardcore Sports Network. But we were just chilling last night, grabbing dinner, and then we were talking about AJ Brown, right? And the whole trade speculation thing. And we were ranking because I had a website here. I'm going to pull it up right now and be like, he wanted to know where I had AJ Brown ranked. And I go, easy, bro. Let's go through the website and just go through who would you rather have over than AJ. This is exactly what I told him. Let me, okay, we're good there. Fixing my setup. All right, we're good. So, would you guys take JSN over AJ Brown?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Puka Nacua.
Yep.
Yes.
George Pickens.
No. Actually, no.
No.
Yeah.
No.
No. I'm sorry.
Not with that. Is that no?
No. Sorry.
Okay.
Draw the
Jamar
blank.
Chase.
Yes.
Yeah.
Amon St. Brown.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Zay Flowers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Chris Olave.
No.
No.
I would take AJ over Chris Olave. Nico Collins.
No.
No.
Okay. Jameson Williams.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't
CeeDee
know.
Lamb.
I don't know.
No.
CeeDee Lamb, no.
Okay. Justin Jefferson.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. There's a point I'm getting at here. Cortland Sutton.
No.
No.
Wan'Dale Robinson.
No.
No.
Okay, now we're getting into, because on this website, because this is based off stats and receiving yards, all that stuff.
I've
AJ
seen that
Brown
he's
is
down to 19.
18.
18. Oh, wow.
18 on this website, and this website is summersports.com. So this
I
just
would-
has all the
I wouldn't
stats.
put him that low. I know I've said he's not a top 5 receiver. Like, we had AK on a couple, like a month or so ago, and I said he's
Yeah.
not a top 5 receiver anymore. At least he wasn't the last season. Just like people can say Jalen Hurts wasn't elite last year. That's fine. For evaluating last year, AJ was not a top 5 receiver.
Yeah.
Would I put him as low as 18 or 19? No, I wouldn't. I would put him at maybe 12.
Okay,
Right,
because
like-
Mark had this player, and I sort of agree with him. We kind of went back and forth on this a little bit. T. Higgins.
T.
Would you
Higgins
t-
last year, no. T. Higgins 3 years ago, yes. T. Higgins
Okay.
last
Yeah,
year
that's
was not as stupendous as people would. But you
Yeah.
didn't mention one person that James mentioned, like Booty. Like Booty was pretty good.
Yeah,
For
I
the
was going to say
Patriots.
that. Where's Keyshawn Booty at?
Let me see here on this website.
He's got to change his name, though. He's got to change his name, though. It's funny. He has...
Yeah. T. Higgins is 25.
It reminds me of that old wrestler back in the day. Your Booty!
Yep. And there's wait, where the hell is he? He's not even here.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Is
Like-
he? Wow, that sucks.
I'm in
Well,
the
Stephon
50s.
Diggs was on there, but I didn't see Keyshawn.
That-
on
I'm in
there.
the 60s.
That was the next one I was going to mention. James is Stephon Diggs. Like Diggs was pretty
Yeah.
good. He's decent.
There's a rumor that the Patriots want AJ Brown to go with Stephon Diggs.
Ah,
Yeah,
So wait,
I'm
So
not.
we get Kayshawn. So we get Kayshawn back in return.
So
I,
there was a point I wanted to talk about with all these rankings.
Mm-hmm.
AJ Brown is worth it, getting paid so much more than these guys combined.
It's
And
true.
I would be taking these other guys over AJ Brown.
Mm.
So my point is that AJ Brown is good, but we're stuck with this cap hit.
Mm.
That's what I told Mark. and
Yeah,
Mark put in-
that's what it comes down
screwed me
to.
more.
here's the pushback. So here's the thing. This is something I hear often, and I've heard the rationale on both sides. Here's the rationale that the one rationale that I kind of agree with. You paid him that money after he had a great season, and that was
Yes.
the going rate for a great receiver. Now you're paying for it. Just look like Bryce Harper. Bryce Harper, he earned $300+ million in a contract when he came here. Does he earn that now? No, not even close. And so that's the difference is guys depreciate. This is why the NFL is going to lock down once they go through their next CBA how many years a player has, like a team has to guarantee money as far as years in a contract. Because someone like Jalen Hurts has got 3 years left in his contract, but only has one more year left of guaranteed money. So you can conceivably let Jalen go and get back, I don't know, $60 million in cap space without taking a cap hit. And so conceivably, if next offseason with Jalen, the thing with AJ is all his money, I think, was guaranteed because he re-signed. What was it, a year ago, 2 years ago? Like he re-signed, or they signed him to an extension. So when you sign him to an extension, that money gets front loaded, or some of that money gets front loaded. So then all of a sudden you're left holding the bag. You paid for what you paid for at the time. And yes, players depreciate over time, but sometimes they don't. I mean, guys that played their contracts well above their heads, and I'm going to say a name, and I never thought I'd utter this words. Tom Brady played above his contract 90% of the time.
Yep.
Tom Brady
that
made
right.
less money than the top 10 quarterbacks made in the league for a
That's-
reason.
It's
He
true.
wanted more money to other people to help him win. That was it. You could scrutinize that, you could criticize that, but also Tom Brady also knew, okay, if you guys are on the hook for all this money, like, I don't care as long as you keep me around. Like, I don't care, just keep extending my contract. That's why Lane Johnson's made money too. Lane has never hit free agency. He's always extended one more year prior to his free agency year. That's why he's always had money in his pocket. So
Right.
with AJ, you get what you pay for, but now we can't complain that we have to pay for it. It's like, okay, now you have to say, all right, this is what we paid for, just like people want with Bryce Harper. Okay, now play elite. Like, play like an elite player. If we're paying you like an elite player, play like an elite player.
I agree. I think the one thing that comes to mind too is that with the AJ situation is my dad brings up a good point here. Contract is the contract. That's all that's going to matter at this point. Like, case closed.
It is.
James, I will bring up another point.
Sure.
Ben Simmons.
I was going to say that.
We signed him to that max deal, and then he just his whole world just blew up. And he
Carson Wentz in 2019. Like,
Right.
we signed him for 5 years, and then right after he signed that 5-year deal, he's like, "Oh, I thought he would be better, but at the same
I'm better
time,
than the team. I'm better than the team. So therefore, and so that's now I'm not
smart, I
saying
know
any
things.
of those negative things about AJ, like Ben Simmons and Carson. I'm not comparing him to them, but what I'm saying is when you extend that player, you do it with the notion and the mindset that we want to hold on to this guy as long as his prime can last. We don't want him to even be tempted by free agency, because if AJ has, I don't know, if he's got 3 more years left, if AJ guys like three years of like knock your socks off stats, guess what? He's going to ask for a lot more money than we paid him just recently.
Yep.
So you either pay or you let him go.
Yeah, but I think the best way to go out of it, I think like you have to pay him at this point, But
Yeah.
but I
mean,
mean, we'll worry about that when March 11th comes
listen,
around.
if it came to it, and I've said this before, if it came to it, Howie knows how to get around it. He did it with Carson, but
Yeah,
does he want that headache? When he got around with it with Carson, he didn't have to pay guys like Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis, and Nolan Smith.
right.
Like, just bear that in mind.
So for me,
Excuse me.
I don't see him getting traded. I don't. Until
don't
after
either.
June 1st. After June
I'm with
1st
you.
that's when everything is cut off. Because I forget who said this. The Seattle Seahawks had $100 million cap space, or $100 million dead cap, and they won the Super Bowl.
Mm.
So I'm like, I'll eat anything at this point. I don't care, but I don't think they're gonna trade him because of this cap hit.
I was going to say,
so you're saying
how
this
did
he'll stick
Seattle-
around?
I was gonna say, how did Seattle accrue that much dead cap? And I just thought about it. Like they traded DK
I don't
Metcalf
know, dude.
after they
I
re-signed him.
honestly, I'm gonna.
That's a big part of it.
Yeah, I'm gonna
DK
look this
Metcalf
up right now.
DK Metcalf got paid, and then he was like, I don't want to be here no more. And then they were like, okay, we'll trade you. And then they traded him to Pittsburgh, and then they took a big ass cap hit. But he wasn't the only one, I'm sure. But yeah, look, do I think money in the cap hit has something to do with their decision making? Sure, but you also have to keep something in mind. It's also what you get back. We talked about it. If you just say, that's why Howie said we're not trading him just for the sake of trading him. We're not trading him just to get rid of a guy. Like we're not trading him for a 3rd round pick. Like this guy's still a talent. We have him signed. It would hurt us if we got rid of him.
Right.
Like what we're talking about with the dead cap. So why are we going to hurt ourselves unless we're getting a lot back in return?
Right.
It's got to be worth our while.
Yeah. Like my dad mentioned too. He says after June 1st, the guaranteed the dead cap hit will be the dead cap number drops for AJ's deal too. So after June 1st. So right now, I mean, obviously, I think somebody brought it up on the morning show. I think it was either WIP or the Fanatic says this is never going to go away with the trade rumors. So this is going to be a long ass offseason.
Just because it's fun for people to hypothesize, like it's like, oh, we have this great receiver. I wonder what we could get in our trade. And it's like, okay,
it's Manning shit.
Why don't we just keep the really good receiver and
let him gel?
Well, yeah, but like, why am I giving unless it's affecting me not re-signing the defensive guys?
Mm-hmm.
Like, unless his contract is affecting that, which it won't because Howie won't let it. He'll do something. He'll do Howie magic. He'll do all that. But
sure,
unless it's affecting us that way, like, why get rid of a good talent? I mean, he's a I put him at 12. You have the 12th best receiver. Like, that's nothing to sneeze at. Not even close.
Yeah. So I think we're all under the understanding that we're keeping AJ Brown, that he's not getting traded. I'll be shocked if it actually does happen. But yeah.
Breaking news.
Oh my god, if that happened, oh my god, that would have been funny.
Oh wow.
But
well, what about the Zaire Smith? We were like on the air. You're like, wait a minute, there's breaking news.
Yeah. I'm glad you mentioned that because on the weekend wake up with me, Philly Halftime, and Lindy, who you're gonna have on your show sometime in the future. But we were talking about like suspensions or something in the NBA, and then that moment, Paul George got suspended for 25 days. Dude, I'm like, halftime, you jinxed it.
You speak it into existence.
Yeah. So
Jim Garner will be proud, buddy. Jim Garner.
So last thing.
Sure.
It looks like Nakobe Dean is not staying.
Yeah, I hate to see that.
And you know who are the favorites?
Dallas.
Dallas.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So
How do you
is he not
Yep.
staying because they're saying they're not going to pay him, or is he not staying because he doesn't want to be here?
I think it's the pay.
Yeah, and also the guy that is the defensive coordinator now for Dallas is a big Nakobe Dean fan. I think
Yeah,
he's
it was
big on it.
the Eagles guy.
Eagles guy. Yeah.
I forget the guy's name. I'm drawing a blank.
Yeah. Oh God, can you
Parker?
imagine going to
Parker?
Dallas? Oh yeah, Parker. That's right. I
I'm
think it's
just gonna look
Christian
it up.
Is it
just in
Christian Parker?
case.
Is it Christian
Yeah,
Parker?
yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Bingo. There we go.
Christian
So-
Parker. Yep.
So here's my thing.
Yep.
You know why? You know who they're going to sign then? You know who's the free agent they're going to sign if they're going to let Nakobe go?
Who?
And Reed Blankenship.
Oh yeah. I could see that.
Because he's the next big name on that list. And here's the other part. I hate to let Nakobe go, but we already have
Jahad Campbell in the wing.
Jahad Campbell right there in that spot.
Yeah. And also we
So-
got Zach Bond. I mean Zach Bond too.
And,
And,
Jeremiah Trotter Jr.
J-Lux Hunt too. I forgot about
Yeah.
J-Lux.
The linebacker. Here's the funny thing. The linebacker room is so deep now that we can afford to lose one. We can
could.
afford it. Before
right.
we couldn't. A couple years ago, we were like, "Oh, we can't lose this guy. We need him for our life. We got nobody." And then
I
now
hate
we're like,
losing to Dallas though.
I don't want to. I don't
Yeah.
want to lose them in the division.
Like
I
go to the
would hate to see
AFC,
that.
dude. Go to the AFC. Go.
Yeah, go
like,
to like
to
like the
LA.
Steelers. Go to the Steelers. At least it would be in Pennsylvania.
go to LA.
"No,
No, I don't
No,
want. I don't want them to go to LA. They got plenty. They got plenty up there. They
Oh.
dealt with Aaron Donald for years.
You know what they should do?
Maybe
he should go to-
Chargers.
He should go to the Falcons. He should go back to Georgia.
There you go.
no."
Yeah,
he should go to the Raiders.
No, that's where players go to die, dude.
That's where that's the career suicide. That's what that is.
Yeah, that's the career death watch.
Yeah. But
There's a reason
they're-
why their mascot only has one eye.
That
and,
too.
and there's a reason why Mark Davis is not that oof.
Yeah. So, James, you want to read your dad said, and then we can
Sure, yeah.
wrap up this show.
Yeah, absolutely. So it says Nakobe's going to command more money than the Eagles can afford right now. Then they have Jahad Campbell in the wing so they could step into his spot. I mean, that's the thing like you brought up too, Mitch, is that like back before when Nakobe Dean was effective, or back when we didn't have these like key components. I mean, we can be willing to get rid of one of them, obviously, but at the same time too, I don't want him to go to Dallas though. Jerry Jones will screw him over 10 times from Sunday, dude.
That's the reason. It has little to do with him playing versus. I don't want him to go to that old man wither.
Old man playpen. No, screw that.
I don't need that. Like
No.
he deserves better than that.
No. Well, the good news is, here's the best thing about it too. I mean, Harold Carmichael went to Dallas and he retired 2 weeks later. So he's like, you know what? Screw this. I want to retire. Screw this shit. Or he might want to come back. Hey, he's wearing the numbers. Hey, that number 17. I mean, Harold Carmichael was number 17. I mean, he went to the Cowboys, but he retired right after that. So who knows? I mean, I'm not saying I don't wish that to happen for Nakobe Dean's sake, but look, I mean, like you said, Joe, like we both said, I don't want him nowhere near that playpen at all. No chance in hell.
Nope, I don't want that. So, guys, we're gonna wrap this show up here. Really appreciate everyone tuning in. We got some really good conversations here. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. James, Joe, you guys got anything to plug?
We got our show tomorrow morning.
Yeah, go ahead, Joe.
So we got our show tomorrow morning. We got Connor coming on to talk a little bit of Eagles, a little bit of Phillies, and a little bit of Flyers. Mitch Koff had a game winner last night. So
hey, wait, I scored? Yay!
Yeah, he scored twice.
Yeah, you got a GWG, buddy. Yeah, you got a GWG last night, man.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
2 goals,
happy.
actually 2 goals. Believe it or not,
Yep.
2 goals. Actually, hard to believe,
Yep.
Harry.
So
Yay, I'm finally doing something.
we're going to talk a little bit about the Eagles all season, a little bit about AJ, but more to the point of like who we think the Eagles could be targeting in the draft as far as positions. We're about less than almost a month away from the draft.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be time to start thinking about free agency and
Yes,
draft
sir.
and fill in the roster. You know, they're going to be guys that are going to depart like Nakobe Dean, and
Mm-hmm.
they're going to be other guys that are coming in. They're going to be. We need to fill this offensive line with guys that can, you know, stand up and be able to help Jalen. And we got to find tight ends because we have zero. So, and you know, we said it last year, James, when they had that big tight end class. We're like,
Mm.
the Eagles are gonna regret not drafting a tight end in this tight end class.
I was watching that combine yesterday. If I had to pick like a dark horse in that draft, I'm going to see where Zane Durant goes for Penn State. I mean, that kid looks like another Jordan Davis, dude.
Well, here's the other thing: the one tight end that we thought could be an Eagle is not going to be an Eagle.
Who's that?
Kyle Pitts got
Oh
franchised.
yeah, I forgot about that.
You know, that was an unfortunate thing. There's still the opportunity, as Mitch brought up about the Raiders, about us getting baby Gronk and go get Michael Mayer from the Raiders, which I'd be all for because he's a former Notre Dame player.
Of course he is.
So
Just poking the bear, Joe.
Yeah. So you know, tune in. We're gonna talk a lot of different Philly sports. We're gonna have a good friend Connor on. It's gonna be a lot of fun. 9 a.m. tomorrow.
Can't
Fast
wait.
and Sports Show.
Hey now.
Mm-hmm. And guys, you'll catch us out. You'll check us out later. Like, share, subscribe. Go Birds. And yeah. Peace, guys. Have a good one.